If you're reading this in this moment, something within you has already moved, not in the outer world you see, but in the unseen structure of your inner field. The Arcturan stream didn't merely brush past your path. It attuned itself to your distinct vibrational imprint like a divine tuning fork echoing your frequency. This moment isn't accidental. You weren't here out of habit or empty distraction. A part of you, older than thought, truer than fear, recognized this broadcast before your eyes, even registered the text. That's why it met you here, not through an algorithm, not by chance, but because your frequency climbed high enough to be detected across the dimensional lattice where Arcturans journey. Pause, inhale, let this knowing drop into your cellular memory. You weren't just noticed, you were acknowledged, not as a person with labels, timelines, or a life measured in human sequence, but as a harmonized energetic pattern, finally steady, enough to appear within the Arcturan consciousness grid. That subtle tightening in your solar plexus, the odd way time seems to blur or hesitate when you sink into deep thought, the strange awareness, especially in stillness, that you're being perceived, not by sight but by presence itself. That isn't fantasy. That is your signal activating. Your electromagnetic field just lit up across planes. This is quantum witnessing, not judgment, not monitoring, not power. It's validation. You stepped over a boundary. You're no longer floating through timelines handed down to you. You're starting to shape them with clarity, like a navigator who finally feels the wind and knows exactly how to angle the sail. Before we move further, do this with full awareness. Type in the comments, I anchor my Arcturan coherence. Don't simply repeat the phrase. Speak it into reality as your hands write it. Feel what follows, a soft vibration in your fingertips like residue from a dream, a rising warmth threading up your spine as your system remembers an old alignment, a tender widening behind your third eye, gentle as breath. This is an illusion. This is the field answering you. In that moment, you stopped being a silent observer. You became a co-creator, visible and engaged within the Arcturan lattice. Here's what most never truly understand. The Arcturans don't see your appearance, your victories, your mistakes, or the persona you wear. To them, you exist as pure vibration, a moving, breathing frequency that reshapes with every emotion, intention, and thought. And lately, whether over months or in a single shift, your signal stopped wavering. It started to beat with precision and purpose. That's unusual. Most spirits spend lifetimes projecting static, fear layered over longing, vision woven with uncertainty. But yours, it's aligning. Synchronicities aren't random. They're immediate feedback from the field. Manifestations accelerate. Time bends, repeats, or expands in ways that ignore ordinary logic. People appear or vanish with impossible synchronicity. None of this is disorder. It's adjustment. The universe fine-tuning itself to your strengthening. Coherence. From the Arcturan viewpoint, this isn't spirituality. It's exact science. They observe coherence the way a cardiologist studies a pulse, seeking consistency, endurance, and flow. And right now, your vibration is steady, enough to echo across the entire grid. So if you sense that reality is reflecting your inner state with astonishing precision, that isn't accident. It's verification your field is perceivable. To stabilize that frequency, type now I am readable in the Arcturan field. Feel it, a warmth forming in your chest, a subtle hum rippling through your hands. That's recognition, not from me, but from the field itself. You're no longer outside the mechanism, observing from the fringes. You're in conversation with it moment by moment. And let's be honest, your sensitivity isn't a weakness. It's not something to mute or hide. It's field intelligence, the capacity to sense the subtle energetic movements that mold reality. The more you feel, the more information you gather, the more you discern, the more intentionally you're able to shape. And shielding yourself is like covering your vision in a storm, then insisting you can't see the lightning. Your receptivity is your receiver, your sacred instrument for awareness. Now type this to secure your alignment. I confirm the Arcturan. Signal in my reality. As you write it, observe the adjustment, not dramatic, but certain, a soft stillness in your thoughts, a rooting in your stance, a sense that something unseen has subtly snapped into position. Because the Arcturans aren't distant spectators hovering in a craft. They're designers of coherence, and they teach through reflection. Chaotic energy. Your life reflects chaos. Unified signal. Your timeline organizes. They don't repair you. They intensify whatever you're already emitting, so you can no longer overlook the truth of your frequency. This isn't cosmic reward or consequence. It's energetic refinement. Every synchronicity, every emotional spiral, every vivid dream that clings at sunrise, every instinctive tightening that steers you away from a choice is your own. Signal echo back with absolute accuracy. They don't condemn your contradictions. They simply mirror them. You declare abundance, but your breath contracts when money enters your mind. Your body stiffens. Your unconscious murmurs, I'm not worthy of this. The field registers lack, not your speech. You crave deep connection, yet recoil from exposure, guarded by past hurt. The field senses closure, not intention. The instant you recognize reality as reflection, everything rearranges. You stop blaming fortune or other people. You accept full accountability for your transmission, and that single act becomes a frequency elevation the Arcturans detect immediately. Every irritation, every delay, every obstruction is truly a revelation, showing you precisely where your inner signal is misaligned. Spiritual bypassing collapses because the field responds to what you are, not what you pretend to be. Your nervous system never conceals the truth. The Arcturans react only to your actual state of existence, not your intentions, not your affirmations, not your law of attraction. Vision board. Desire is surface static. Being is the transmission that shapes reality. Abundance doesn't arrive because you request it. It emerges when you feel its texture inside your body, even if your finances say otherwise. Connection isn't created by uttering, I am open. It appears when you are open, when the heart is unshielded, even if it shakes. And here lies the paradox. Honest fear sends a cleaner signal than forced optimism. Why? Because coherence isn't about feeling pleasant. It is about truth. 2. Signals. I'm fine on top, panic. Beneath. Negate each other entirely. But I'm scared, and that's okay, becomes one. Clear frequency the field can engage with. Most manifestation collapses not from lack of effort, but from trying to bend the field instead of embodying the vibration. You're not creating anything new. The version of you already living your dream already exists as a frequency inside the quantum realm. You're not constructing it. You're attuning to it. Imagination isn't fantasy. It's frequency selection. But the Arcturans react only to continuous broadcasting, not a brief visualization before sleep. So before we move further, type this with full awareness. I embody the frequency I wish to experience. Feel it, that warmth rising through your heart space, that quiet replacing mental noise. That's your signal shifting from longing to being. You're no longer a seeker, chasing a future identity. You're a transmitter radiating from the truth of who you are in this moment. Now, why did your meditations, affirmations, or rituals work beautifully, then suddenly stop? They didn't collapse. They fulfilled their function. They gave you brief coherence, a glimpse of alignment. But when old fears, inherited patterns, or buried beliefs resurface, your signal fractured again, and the field reflected that shift with absolute accuracy. The Arcturans don't care which method you choose, breath work, mantra, stillness. It's all simply technology. What matters is whether your field remains steady. Once the practice stops, the moment, coherence becomes your baseline state, not something you strive to do, but who you are. Everything accelerates. Synchronicities increase. Time curves. Intuition becomes unavoidable. People mirror your frequency with astonishing precision. This is graduation. Your spiritual tools were stabilizers, important, supportive. But now the Arcturans are asking, can you move without them? Not by discarding discipline, but by transforming your relationship to it. Not practicing to become complete, but practicing from completeness. One rises from scarcity, the other from overflow. If these words resonate, you're in that shift right now. The old methods feel less powerful, not because they failed, but because you no longer require external structure. You're ready to be the frequency itself. So type this with full presence. I maintain my coherence as my natural state. Feel that ease opening in your chest, that quiet point centering behind your vision. That's your field stabilizing, not briefly, but enduringly. And with this breath, the Arcturans begin direct transmission. Now comes the most freeing truth. You don't need to be positive, flawless, fearless, awakened. You only need to be radically, unapologetically authentic, because authenticity is coherence. It dissolves the gap between inner truth and outer display. Performance generates distortion. I'm calm on the surface while turmoil churns beneath. Two signals collide. The field detects distortion. But I'm overwhelmed right now, even when it hurts, becomes one clear frequency. And the Arcturans can work with any sincere state, not because it's spiritual, but because it's real. Truth creates motion, performance creates blockage, buried grief splinters. Your field, honest tears repair it. Emotions aren't the adversary. Dishonesty about them is. So if you're holding something heavy, don't mask it with spiritual language. Simply speak it. Feel it. Let it move through you. That alone returns you to coherence. Type this now. My authentic state is my coherent signal. Feel that realignment. A weight releasing from your shoulders. A fuller breath in you've taken all day. That's alignment. That's power. That's you becoming legible at higher frequencies. And here's the shift that transforms everything. The Arcturans don't focus on your story, your wounds, your past, victories, your mistakes, your karmic timeline. None of it registers in their field. Why? Because story belongs to linear time, but your state exists in frequency, and only frequency shapes reality. Someone carrying deep pain can awaken instantly if their current state is whole. Someone with a flawless life outwardly can fall into chaos if their present moment is fractured by fear. You don't need to repair your entire past. You only need to shift your state now. Acceptance expands your field. Resistance contracts it. Presence steadies it. Awareness transforms it. This isn't psychology. It's Arcturan physics. Your narrative is background static. Your state is a directive. So type this. To anchor your power, my present state creates my experience reality. Feel that vertical current rising along your spine. That's you stepping into a new identity, not shaped by what happened before, but by who you are choosing to embody now. And right now, you stand within a threshold window, a rare convergence where four currents meet. Your nervous system is sensitive enough to register the field directly. Your life is unstable enough to demand transformation. Your awareness is developed enough to claim full responsibility. And the Arcturan grid has heightened its attention on your vibration. That's why time feels elastic, why synchronicities arrive in streams, why emotions feel sharper, deeper, undeniable, why old patterns can no longer hide beneath the surface. This is not a collapse. It's contact. In this opening, manifestation quickens. Decisions carry amplified weight. Timelines soften and reshape. But this window won't remain open forever. The very fact that you're here, reading these lines, feeling their frequency, is evidence you're prepared. The Arcturans don't expend energy on random observation. They only engage when a soul reaches the edge of conscious self-creation. If you're here, you're ready. Not by chance, not by digital mechanics. Something within you recognizes this frequency, and that recognition is your initiation. Every loss, every awakening, every alignment brought you here. The discomfort you feel, it's not a sign of failure. It's evidence of upgrading. Your former identity is unraveling so your true broadcast can emerge. You have a choice now. Step through this gateway with full awareness, or retreat into the familiar loop. The Arcturans honor either path, but only one aligns with the vibration that led you here. Type this to cross. I consciously cross the Arcturan threshold. Feel that magnetic draw in your chest, that shift in your inhale. That's the new timeline activating. And understand this, you will never return to who you were before this instant. You cannot unsee this truth. Your field is now transmitting deliberately, in reality will mirror it with growing speed, precision, and accuracy. This path isn't about perfection. It's about coherence. When you slip into fear or uncertainty, don't criticize yourself. Simply notice it, allow it, then softly return to center. That is the practice. That is the path. The Arcturans are not judging your shifts. They are reflecting your frequency so you can witness yourself clearly and choose again. You're not alone. Every awakened being carrying this vibration strengthens a collective grid. Your awakening spreads outward, not only personal, but planetary. Before we close, sink into your body. Notice what is transformed. Then if it calls to you, leave one word in the comments. Your energetic imprint, your intention, your declaration to the field. That single word creates a wave. When enough of us broadcast consciously, we form a coherence node, an illuminated point of awakened awareness stabilizing not only our lives, but the trajectory of humanity. You've been witnessed. You've been called. Now move forward with presence, authenticity, and courage. The field is beside you. The Arcturans are guiding you. Your journey is already in motion.